I want y'all to know, I hope y'all got some rest. Because Shell Bell had to take a day to woosah. Mother's Day sale weekend was cup runneth over. And my feet is saying, I'm so glad you finally sat down because you have been on them for the last 2 weeks nonstop. So I listened to the assignment and let them rest. But I want y'all to know the recap of Mother's Day weekend was more than I ever thought it was going to be. Um, the community definitely came out and showed up. And to my understanding, for some reason, there was no one in my area selling baskets. I think they were just selling flowers somewhere. And so I didn't ask. I was told by several different people that I happened to be the only one in the area that was selling baskets. And I think um, it showed by the traffic that kept coming up to my establishment was remarkable. And I'm ultimately grateful and thankful that the community showed up and showed out. And I tried to do my best to accommodate everyone. But the inexpensive baskets, those went very fast. And I had a hello, hello, hello. And I learned a very valuable lesson though, is to make a whole lot more inexpensive baskets, between the 25 and $40 range because it's really special out here in these streets and I get it. Um, but I just didn't make as many baskets as I made for Easter. Like I made so many baskets for Easter. It was unbelievable. And so I didn't do that many for Mother's Day. And so since I didn't do that many for Mother's Day, I just didn't do a lot of inexpensive baskets. But I can say that the two, I call them Big Mama baskets, like I called the two spoiled brat baskets that I made for Easter, the Leo and Stitch ones. Well, I did two baskets that I called the Big Mama baskets, which was the stiletto high heel shoe basket and the elephant basket. When those two baskets sold, I was like, wow, I could not believe that they sold with no problems, no questions asked, no, do you have a deal? Um, for some reason, this particular holiday, I had more people asking that question than you could shake a stick at. And I do give deals. I do. But it's how you come at me. I had some very, how you call it, demanding people who just thought that they were going to demand that I give them a deal. Hey, I just pointed my finger down the street and just told them that they can, check out Walmart because it's about four lights down to the left and you'll run right into it. Because like I say, I put a lot in my baskets. Love, creativity, thinking of what goes in it. There are themes sometimes, and I believe my baskets are extremely reasonable for what I put in them. And so my time, my effort, our time and effort that we do to make these baskets, people need to respect that. And so I had these two people, these two men, pull up and they wanted, oh, I wish I had, oh, I do have one. I have to get up and get it, but I have one left. Um, it's just like the one I just showed you, or did I just show you? I just made a video. I'm losing it. Anyways, I have two of these baskets down here. And he wanted these two baskets, and I told him they were $65 each. So that's 130 when you times two. I can add real well. He said, I'll give you 110. Hmm, that's not what I said they were. Just give them to me for 110. Oh, oh, oh. That's how he came at me, y'all. Just give them to me for 110. Oh, let me help you out. I really, 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 really love tacos. That's one of I could eat that 3 times a week if I had to. I really love tacos. And my favorite restaurant happens to be very close to me. So I told him that I do not go into my favorite taco restaurant and demand that they make me 6 tacos, and it comes up to $28, and demand them to only charge me 18, but I still want my 6 tacos. Oh, he didn't like me saying that. He got in his car and left. Hey, baby, I'm gonna dish out what you dish to me. Um, I gave many of these. Me and my girl called the guy the Easter man because the Easter man pulled up on Easter, and me and my vendor twin, you didn't get to see her for Mother's Day. But if you check out some of my other videos, you'll see her. You'll see her for Valentine's Day, I think, and Easter. She was with me those 2 days. So my vendor twin wasn't with me for Mother's Day. But we call him the Easter man because on Easter, he was special. He pulled up and he wanted two of my baskets and one of hers. But we're separate but together. Um, and so he wanted a deal too. And he tried to tell me, oh, it's not worth what's in there and all this, all the jabber jabber. And so I also pointed down the street and told him where you can find your local another store. He said he didn't want to do all that. He told my girlfriend, I don't want to even get out my car. I don't want to look for park. I don't want to look for a parking spot. Okay. You gonna pay what we tell you, or I'm gonna give you directions. So at the moral of the story, he paid what we asked for. So then on Sunday, he pulls up. He got a big old grin on his face. Um, he checks out the baskets. I had two tents. I had a tent to the right of my home, and then I had a tent right here in front of this window right here. So he pulled up. I said, "Hey, check out both sides." I think we had it like that for Easter too, and Valentine's Day. So yeah, we had it on both sides. So I said, "Check it out." So then he came over here to the front, and I had my manifestation elephant basket out. He says, "How much is that?" I said, "Oh, you want to pick the big mama." So I told him, but he looked around. He looked around. He was like, "Nah, I want that one." I said, okay. He did. I guess he learned from Easter. He learned from Easter. Let me not ask her if I got a deal or not. Let me not. She gonna chop my head off. No, I'm not gonna chop your head off. But he learned from Easter. So he paid me what I asked for the gift, and he left. Okay. Then I cleaned up my first tent over here, and then I added the baskets over here. Then about an hour or so later, I cleaned up this area, and then I just left one basket on my little balcony here, and then two on my little porch on the floor. And then Mr. Easter pulled back up, and I said, "How can I help you?" He said, "Do you have one of those big old baskets, one of them elephant baskets again?" I said, "I don't have that one. That was one of a kind elephant basket. That was one of my specialties." I said, "But I do have another elephant concept. It's just not like the Big Mama basket." Um, so he checked out to see what I had. I says, "Well, the elephant that I'm talking about is wrapped up in my garage in my buggy, because I brought a few in my house and I brought about four of them outside in the garage." And so I went to the garage and I said, Do you like this one?" So he took it, and that was a $65 basket, and I charged him $50 just because um, he didn't ask for a deal. He definitely was my return customer twice in the day, and yeah, he understood the message when he bought my Big Mama's basket, not to ask for a deal. Um, so I don't say I don't give deals. It's the way people come at me. That's all I'm saying. But on that note, y'all don't want to hear about all that. I had a blast, and I hope y'all had a blast too, because it definitely was cup runneth over. And I really appreciate y'all for watching me and pushing me out here in these streets. I am just blessed to just hang out with y'all. I keep running back and forth to my mailbox waiting for my passcode to enter in my banking information. Because if you didn't know, y'all, I'm going to just break it down to y'all because y'all might not know. This has been a 90-day, no, not 90, let me see, March, April, May, 60-day roller coaster ride. My birthday was March 31st. On April 1st, it could have hit my birthday, but they only do it once a night. I got 1,000 subscribers, got into the YouTube program. 3 weeks later, on my mommy's birthday, I got monetized. So this has been an emotional 60 days. And on top of all of this, I graduate from college. I have two ceremonies coming up, one on Saturday and one on Wednesday. So, hmm, I was telling, I do collections for my full-time job. And I was telling someone on the phone that I feel like I'm walking on eggshells, just cloud 99. It's just such a wonderful feeling what I'm feeling right now, and I'm just ultimately grateful. Um, so back to the pin code. I'm like, I, it takes 3 to 4 weeks, right? So it's been that, but as I watch YouTube quite a bit. I love it. You learn a lot from YouTube. I love it. So I was watching a lady, and she was telling the steps on the monetization process. And she was like, "Well, they're not going to send out the PIN number until you get to the $10 threshold. And when you get to the $10 threshold, that's when they're going to send out your PIN. I said, "Oh, thank you very much for that. I can stop running to the mailbox." So yesterday, I think I was at like $3.80. I don't know how the money is calculated. I don't know if it's from the ads or if it's from the super chat you guys send me. It's probably a combination of all of the above. Um, but I was talking to my vendor friend, and just as I was talking to her, I looked up my thing and it said I had $6.80. I said, "Watch out now. I am $3.30 away, or $3.20 away from, I guess, them sending the PIN code." Um, because when I say, as soon as the mailman, I told him, "Ring my doorbell if you get an envelope from them," because I got ants in my pants. So now I can breathe in and out, and know that they're not gonna send it until I get to the $10 threshold. So that eased my soul a little bit, cause but um yeah, so that's how that works, you gotta it's so many components to this YouTube platform, but I'm grateful. It's the journey that you go through to get to where you're going. And just walking that journey. Why am I whispering? I have a mic on. Can you hear me? So I shouldn't whisper. My husband said I don't have to whisper. I have a mic on now. So hopefully you can hear me with the mic. Speaking of mic, who did I get this mic from? This is like the fourth time I've used this mic. Um, Finfine? I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. Fine. You see this? It's a microphone that comes with its own little charging case, and it comes with um, two mics. I have one's here, and this other little piece is connected to my phone, so you can't see the other little piece. Um, so hopefully you can hear me because the light is on. So I just want to make sure you can hear me. Nobody ain't got time for you not to be hearing me. I did a whole video and nobody heard me. I was like, "Oh my goodness." So hopefully this is going to help for me because I already have a soft voice, and I always videotape at night and my husband be asleep. So I'd be like whispering because I don't want to wake him up. So hopefully this will help when I be having them whispering moments. But anyways, y'all, the cleanup is real. I went from these holidays went by fast. Valentine's Day. I still have a few things over here. 4 days after Valentine's Day, that's the next thing. Life be lifing. 4 days after Valentine's Day, I had got in a car accident, and so I'm a whole lot better. But from Valentine's Day to Easter, I was extremely sore. So for me to make all them darn Easter baskets that I made and get them sold was definitely a remarkable thing, because as I made those Easter baskets, I was on quite a bit of what is you call it? Uh, my husband uses it for his back. Um, that roll on, I should have brought it on, but it helped with the pain that I was going through my back. This man hit me on the freeway on my way to work. He hit the back of my car and made me spin, and then he hit the side door. So I had got impacted twice by the same driver and then stopped facing the freeway. The headlights were facing me. Oh, the most scariest thing in my life. So actually, as I drive down that 24, that freeway by my house, and I pass that spot, I get anxiety a little bit. I turn the music down just to get me past that little spot. So yeah. Um, but anyways, Um, very grateful, but it totaled out my truck. Totaled out my truck. I could go on for hours, y'all, but I had manifested another truck. And me and my vendor friend, I probably dropped the short on it, manifesting what you want. I think it was in October. Me and my girl was driving in a city, and I drove past the car lot, and my heart just pounded. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, look at that car, look at that car. So I pulled over because my motto is, hey, put it out in the universe. And you gotta just tell folks what you want. Just say it out loud. Say it out loud what you want. So I was like, wow, that's a beautiful car. Whoa, Jesus. Mm. I told my girl, I said, I gotta make a U-turn. I gotta drive that car. She didn't say nothing. She just looked at me. I'm like, yeah, we gotta go test it. We have to test drive this car. It's free to test drive a car. All you gotta do is give me a valid driver's license, and you can test drive any car you want. I said, "Oh my God, I gotta test drive this car." No, Jesus Lord. I gave my driver's license and I test drove that car, and it was very nice. At the time, they wanted to just give me a different amount than what I thought my car was worth, and the payments was very, 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 very special. Ooh, Jesus! I said, "Oh, I'm gonna catch you back. Well, I got beautiful credit, 800. But I'm gonna catch you back." Fast forward to a couple days after Valentine's Day, and my car that I had, my RAV4, Toyota RAV4, it was paid for. It had low mileage because I work from home. The pandemic changed the world. Yes, it did, and it made me able to work full time from home. So I work from home, and low mileage on my car. So when the dealership lowball the amount what my car was worth, I'm glad I didn't just take the first step on that first day. Because after I got in my car accident, my insurance had a different thought. They were like, "Oh no, you have low miles on your car, and we're gonna pay you a little bit differently." So it was like almost $7,000 difference than what the dealership gave me and what my darn insurance gave me. And the moral of that story is I went and took dinero and bought that truck that I test drove 3 months prior. Um, so yeah, I love my Toyota. I really did love my Toyota RAV4. She even fair warned me and told me that the roads was icy. I loved her. I loved her very much so. So if anybody got a RAV4, y'all treat your baby wonderfully kind. Cause my little baby told me, "Hey, the road condition ahead is icy. Drive careful." I thought that was amazing. I lifted my foot off the pedal and slowed down. And from the corner of my eye, hmm, this is strange. Why do I see headlights? Now I'm looking at the corner of my eye. You know, your peripheral vision. I know I'm pronouncing that. I feel like I'm pronouncing it wrong, but y'all know what I'm talking about. The corner of your eye. I see from the corner of my eye the headlights is coming sideways. Well, I'm thinking to myself, that's strange because I'm driving straight and you should see red lights ahead, and then you should see, if you look in your rearview mirror, you should see white lights. But you should not see headlights coming this way while you're driving straight on the freeway. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. That should not happen. So just as I said, and just as my car said, "Hey, there's icy road conditions ahead. Drive careful." Um, I lifted up the pedal and the headlights, and bam, the car accident. So shout out to Toyota, for sure. I um I would have got another Toyota if they would have had my color, but good old GMC, they came to the plate. Um, but now I got a bigger car, which is wonderful because I do a lot of events. I have a two big old 6x6 table and all my stuff that I use to be at my event. So my husband don't have to always follow me in his car. I have enough room to put my tables and all my stuff for my setups. Yeah, I have enough room in her. So it worked out. It worked out. But I have a car note now, so hey, it is what it is. But I love my GMC. Um, yeah. But on that note, y'all, I don't know how long I've been talking. I feel like I've been talking a long time. Um, that's enough about my little journey. Um, excited. And so just know that if you guys have a cleanup that you still need to do, just take 1 hour at a time because it's a lot. And we did a lot to help the community get these baskets together. And it just might take us an extra day or two to get our houses back in order. But I definitely got to get it in order before I head to Sin City on Friday to celebrate all my beautiful success. Um, yeah, it's been a beautiful ride. It's time for me to go take a break with my girl, not my vendor twin. She just came back from Sin City. That's why she wasn't with me. Um, but I'm on my way for 2 days to go hang out. So, and it's not Sin City. I'm gonna just call it Las Vegas. Um, but whatever goes in Vegas, whatever goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas. That's the same. Anyways, y'all, you guys have been wonderful. I just wanted to come say hi. I haven't been on, I don't think, since Mother's Day. Been tired, but I feel a lot rested now. My feet saying thank you for taking a break, even though, yeah, I've been working overtime too. Today, Wednesday, I didn't put 8 hours of overtime in. Um, but that could help with my traveling money for next week, so I wasn't mad at that situation too. It's all right. Rhyme and a reason, rhyme and a reason. It's fiscal year for my job. We have to close the books. June 30th is fiscal year, so closing the books, moving to a different floor at work. Even though I come in once a month, I go in once a month at work. We're we're moving from our first floor to the fifth floor, so it's a lot going on. New bosses. Well, not I have the same boss, but her boss is different. So just a lot of moving pieces, a lot going on at once. But blessed to wake up every day, blessed to see you guys. Not besides all my events that I have, this is the busy season too. Not just the holidays, but I do events at fairs and private events, outdoor events, got Juneteenth events. I think I got 3 of them booked for June. Um, yeah, a lot going on. So with that being said, that's why I need to go phew, take off for a couple days because when I come back, I'm back to um, making somebody happy with a tree or a basket resell these Mother's Day baskets for graduation baskets. I don't really do Father's Day, I just do graduation, um, because I be out doing the Juneteenth festival, so I don't really have time for the Father's Day events, even though sometimes Father's Day fall not sometimes, 95% of the time, it falls during the weekend of Father's Day. It's normally the Juneteenth weekend, so I don't know, I might think about it, we'll see. But I'm already booked for 3 events. I don't know if I can squeeze in any Father's Day baskets, to be honest. I know I need to, order my, sticks that I use. I had so many catering orders. This is my last pack of sticks. They come 100 in a pack, 10 of them in a box, like 14 by 5, 2 point something, something, 14 inches by 5, and then I guess it's a 2 by 5. I don't know all the measurements, but this is the last box, and I normally never let it get this low. But I normally buy them all, buy like 6 boxes at a time, and this is literally the last 100 sticks that I have, so I have to order some of those in the morning to make sure I have them. But I've been so swamped and just placing orders, and haven't paid attention to that being my last box and my last pack of sticks. So um, I have to order more of those, and I will be doing that ASAP. I feel like I've been talking a long time. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart, and thank you guys for just watching me and riding with Shell Bell. And I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow. Like I said, it's graduation weekend this weekend. I don't know if I can bring you guys along with me, but I'm gonna try to let you capture a few moments of my exciting weekend. On that note, God bless y'all. And I will definitely see you guys soon. Take care from the bottom of my heart. You could have been anywhere in the streets with you hanging out with Shell Bell, and I'm honored. That's all I can say. I'm simply blessed and honored that you taking any of your time to watch me. Mm, God bless you from the bottom of my heart. Bye bye.